Hello everyone and welcome back to Atari Vault, where we're going to apparently be doing some math problems. I thought this was with a video game, but I guess educational video games go back, well, at least this far, right? So, I can kind of understand, like, why you would do this. It makes sense to me on, like, a conceptual marketing level of why a math game. And it doesn't even say game, right? It calls itself a game program. They all call themselves game program. I guess that does make it a game, huh? Okay. It's not really, because all it does... let's look at the manual here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Basically, look at that. It's just problems on a blackboard, okay? We've done this in grammar school, for what? 6 years? Okay, by the time we got to 6th grade, we were doing, like, complicated geometry and algebra problems, but nevertheless. Yeah, so basically, it's just whether or not you get it right or wrong, whether or not it's random. That's it. That's all you can do. I'm bad at math. I want to say that straight up. That's why I have a calculator, because I'm bad at math. It's why I used Excel spreadsheets and let them add automatically, is because I'm bad at math. You know what I do for a tip? I do 20% because I'm bad at math. It's 10% times 2. That makes the math very simple. That's the whole reason why I don't do 15%, is because then you have to do like 10% plus a half of whatever that number is. So that makes it more complicated. So I'd rather just do 2 times. It makes it easier for math on me, and the server appreciates it. Now, granted, I do that whether or not the server, like, quote-unquote deserves it or not, because I think that, tips should just be folded into part of the bill anyway, but that's just my own personal belief system, so there's no way we can legislate that. That's totally getting off on another tangent entirely. So, yeah, let's just go in and play this game, I guess, and you can see how bad I am at math. Why don't we go and change this up a little bit. We're not going to put in the timer because, again, I'm bad at math. I'm not using this game. Alright, what about the game select? So let's do random here. Yeah, random, addition seems weird. Can we do, like, double numbers? There should be a way to do double numbers. Timed, no. I don't want to be timed. Digits, there we go, double. Okay, that should be good, like, starting thing here. Okay. Oh, wow, 1 plus 1. I thought this was supposed to be doubles. Alright, so what we do is we just cycle through, right? There you go. 1 plus 1 equals 2. You happy? It's not happy. Why isn't it happy? You know what? I should probably plug in my controller, because it's not taking... Oh, there we go. There we go. It took it. Okay, now for some reason it decided to do doubles now. Okay, well, we can cycle through here now. 9, and then 8. There you go. Math is math, right? It's just... I can totally understand the marketing idea of, okay, what are we going to do for a game? Well, what do people use computers for? Well, obviously, they use them for doing math problems. That's a very simplistic way of putting it, but it's true. You use computers for doing, like, super complicated math problems. Actually, that would be 8, because that is 6 there. Yeah, so it kind of makes sense, and also, but I could never imagine, like, a teacher saying, okay, I want you to do, 20 problems on your Atari video system. So I don't see that ever happening, like, in the world. Maybe it's possible, or maybe we could do, teachers bring in their own equipment. Oh, 136, I'm a dummy. I told you I was bad at math. But I could see maybe, like, a teacher bringing in a system of their own. And I just remembered to carry the 1 there. And then, like, having the students do it. I think that would be interesting. But I think that's really unlikely. The chances of that happening are what? Maybe, okay, so you know what? This is why we always start on the right side, not on the left side. That's an old bad habit from my math classes. I used to do that. I used to write from left to right, because you always write left to right, right? When you're writing a word, you don't write, like, the E in the first. You write T-H-E. That's what you do. So when you write 106, you should write 106, even if you're doing a math problem. And it's dumb, and I shouldn't do it. Because you need to carry, remember to carry the 1. Okay, that makes the 9 a 10. Okay, so that makes that 13. So there you go. But yeah, I still, okay, yeah. So you're just insulting my intelligence at this point, right? All right, yeah. So that happens, but I don't see what the audience is for this game. I understand the thought process. I don't understand the audience. Because I can't imagine... well, first of all, I can't imagine a child saying to their parents, hey, mom, you know what I really want for Christmas is math game. No, it's never going to happen. Ever. In the history of ever. So we're going to move away from addition. Why don't we go ahead and do... Yeah, sure, what the hell, just multiplication. That'll prove how awful at math I am. So sure, why not? We'll go ahead and do this. No, what am I doing? I'm multiplying. I was trying to add there for a minute, because my head was still in the adding game. That totally doesn't work. Don't do that. 9 times 8's like 70-something, right? Ah, shit, man. It's been so long since I've recited times tables. That stuff's just gone out of my head. Just completely gone. But we know 8 times 8 is 69, right? Add another 8 to that. That's 66? 76. 76, that's what it is. 76. Then you add the 1, because, so that's 77, right? That's a good theory. No! No, I totally fucked that up. Oh! You know what I totally forgot to do? Is I totally forgot to do the addition there. So, yeah, so I always forget to do this because I'm, again, bad at math, and I haven't done math long form in ages. So, what is 3 times 4? That's 12, right? So that's 12, carry the 1. 3 times 6, that's 9, 10, so 102, right? That's not the answer because we haven't done this part yet. So, you add a 0 in, right? 2 times 4, okay, that's 8, no problem. 2 times 6, that's 12. Okay, so you have 1280 plus 102. So actually the answer is 1382. Is that right? Hope so. Could be wrong. So 1382. I can't draw and do the board at the same time, apparently. Hold up. Back to game. There we go. What'd I say? 1382? I think that's what I said. We're going to say that's what I said. Did I get it right? I won 472. How did I screw that up? You think that would be like elementary there. Okay. So this should be simple, right? I can't. I'm suffering here, really is what happened. Okay. 0 times 7, right? That's 0, no problem. I just drew an arrow there. Why did I draw an arrow there? The game's messed me up. Oh, you know what? Because I hit the Alt button, and I think that changes what type of thing I do. Oh, great, I've gone and messed myself up. Well, I didn't know I could do arrows. This would have made the last episode, like, a lot simpler. That's a horrible graph right there is what happened there. Go back to this. And is there a way to change my writing? Possibly. Don't see what it is right now. Probably buried somewhere deep in settings. I mean, Alt-A says that's how I draw, but F1 for help. Okay. Change tool, toggle key is T. There we go. There we go. I got it. Now I can write scribble. Yeah, now I can write scribbles. I can change the color, too. I can make red. Oh, that's awesome. This is XSplit, by the way, in case you didn't know. Okay, so I can switch between red and green, but still, that's cool. Okay. So I can, delete everything by clicking delete. There you go. Everything went away. All right, let's go ahead and write in red since this is a kind of a greenish background. Okay, so yeah, 7 times 0, 0. 0 times 3, 0. Put in a 0 as a placeholder. 1 times 7 is obviously 7. 1 times 3 is obviously 3. That should be 370, right? 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 Hopefully. Unless I screw it up again. It's possible. No, no, no. That was totally right. Okay. I mean, that's just obvious anyway, right? If you multiply anything by 10, all you add is a 0 to the end. That should be, like, just Math 101. Is a simple trick to make everything work. Okay, here we go again. So, let's try this again. So, 3 times 7, everyone knows that's 21. Carry the 2. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20. There you go. 201. That's your top number there. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry the 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So, that's 1, 4, 5, 1. So 1541. Supposedly the answer there. You know what? We're going to move over here. We're going to do my bad habit. 1541. Is that right? Hey, it's right. What do you know? Bound to happen eventually. Alright, man. Just doing math, man. Just doing math. And this is probably not a bad idea anyway. I mean, how many of us are bad at math? That is 13, because you carry the 1. How many of us are bad at math because we carry a calculator in our pockets, like, all the damn time, right? So, really, we should practice every once in a while. You know, just to make it a little bit easier on ourselves for later. So that's 8 right there, right? Yeah. So 826. So escape. And then I can move over here and do 826. And I have to say it out loud because I can't write and type at the same time. Oh, 816. I'm a dummy. I added one when I shouldn't have. Yeah, so I'm bad at math. I might have mentioned that like a dozen times already. So that's 9. No, that's 21. So I put that in the wrong spot. But that's okay. Hopefully that doesn't screw me up later. I'm not sure if it will or not. Okay, so that's 9 again. And that's 21 again. So that should be like 9. And then that's 3 and 4. So 4209. That's what it looks like. Alright. I mean, I could just be bad at math. So how do I manage my finances, you might ask, if I'm this bad at math? Again, all I have to do is type it into Excel. Oh, I'm a freaking moron. Or dyslexic. I can't even pronounce the word. Oh, yeah, sometimes number dyslexia, that's a thing, right? Is that actually a thing? Where you can be dyslexic with numbers, but not with letters? Because I'm not dyslexic with letters 9 times out of 10. I guess every once in a while when I type there, I reverse the positions of the I and the E. And right now, at this moment, I couldn't tell you which one's right. I mean, that's again a problem with like reliance on spell check, right? Reliance on computers, again, is because we keep doing this to ourselves and saying, yeah, you know, let the computer handle it. Well, I mean, that only works so far. We can only go so far. And I think part of my problem also is doing this with while talking. And I think that's screwing me up a little bit. Oh, wait, there's a 0 here, huh? Yeah, so now we need to move all this over. So 2 plus 0. 8 plus 4 is 12. Which moves that over here. And that should be 6. So that should be 260... 26, 22? Maybe? I might have screwed that up. Said 26, 22, right? Nope. Not anything there. 22, 26, 22. Nope. Wow, I've totally messed this up. Okay, 64 times 11. Okay, let's just take this back, you know? Do this in your head. What is 64 times 10? 640, no question. Okay, what's 640 plus 64? Hold up. I can do that in my head, but I want to show you. So, 640. I want to do it right, basically, is what I really want to do. Plus 64, right? That's what we want to do. Okay, that's 4. That's 10. Carry the 1. That's 7. 704. Watch this be wrong. That'd be hilarious. No, that's right. Okay, good. Okay, we can't do that simple trick every time. I mean, we can when it's a simple number, but not every time. All right, so 7 times 1. I mean, that's easy. That's just 7. 1 times 9. That's easy. That's 9. 0. 8 times 7. Shit. 7 times 7 is 49. So 49 plus 7 again would be 56. So carry the 5. 8 times 9. 9 times 9 is 81. Minus 9 would make that 76. Right? Maybe. If I'm remembering right. No, not 76. Not 76. 72. 72? Really? I could possibly agree with that. 72 plus 5, though, would make that 77. Did I just screwed that up? And I realize my handwriting is horrible here. 5, and then like 7, 8. Is that 7, 8, 57? Is that right? You know what would be great? Is if I did this on a calculator and like pretended to do this by hand. But that would be like disingenuous, right? 7857 is what I'm going to say the answer is. And I realize a lot of you are probably screaming at me right now. Right? Oh, I mean, I guess we should probably cut this short because I'm bad. Oh, hey, we got this right. 23 times 10, that's easy, right? Add a 0. Okay. I mean, that's simple. Yeah, about half of them right. That is not surprising. I mean, I'm gonna cut this short, but I want to do division because I want to punish myself, basically, and be hilarious to you. So let's go ahead and punish myself and be hilarious to you at the same time. Okay. Well, at least they started us off easy, right? That's something. Okay, 26 divided by 7. All right, that does not go into... And see, what's weird about this, I was always told never to do this. Never present the problem this way. Anytime you use division, use the freaking division bar, you know? 26, 7. Okay, that's obviously 3, right? Because that makes 21, and you have a remainder of 5. That's all they want. So my handwriting has gotten progressively worse here. Okay, so anyway, that's 3, remainder 5. There you go. 88 divided by 6. Well, I mean, 6 goes into 8 once. Okay, this one I've got to, like, actually draw out. 6 and 88. All right, once for 6. No problem, right? Because that's like 28. 6 into 28. How many times does it go in? Well, that'd be 4 times, right? Or 5? No, 5 doesn't work because 5 times 6 is 30. So it's got to be 4. So 4 times 6 is 24, which leaves a remainder 4. Okay, so 14, 4. Okay, let's get rid of that. So we want 14, 4. There we go. Actually did it correctly. Okay. 3 goes into 3 once, so that's easy. 3 goes into 8. Well, twice, because you can't do it the third time. So that means 12, remainder 1. That's doing it off the top of my head. It might be wrong. Oh, 12, remainder 2! Because I didn't carry the 1. I'm a dummy, sometimes. This is why we draw things out, right? That's why we have the draw tool, so we can draw things out. I rarely use the draw tool. I'm using like crazy the last couple episodes. All right, 39 divided by 9. Well, 9 doesn't go into 3. Okay, that's just not going to happen. 9 goes into 30-something, right? So if you multiply by 5, 9 times 5 is 35? No, it's 45. All right. So not 5 then. What about 4? Yeah. Yeah, I think 4 works. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm lost. No, okay. Well, it's not 3, so it's got to be 4, right? It's got to be 4. What is 4 times 8? 4 times 8. My brain is gone. My brain is gone. I've lost my brain. It's gone off and it's walked off by itself and it said, hello. I realize you're doing math right now. I personally don't do math. Hate to say this. I'm going to go over there now. You know what I could have done during that little character moment? Is I could have reached over to my cell phone. My cell phone's right over there. Right? Like, within arm's reach. I could do it. I could reach over, grab my cell phone, and then pretend that I suddenly remembered what 4 times 9 is. But no, I'm not going to do that, because I would be lying to you. I've completely forgotten what 4 times 9 is. So you know what? 4 times 10 is 40. Right? Subtract 4. What do you got? 30 fucking 6, okay? So there you go. 4, 36, 3. Remainder 3. There you go. 4, remainder 3. That's all we wanted to know. I'm glad these aren't timed. I would have done badly on that. 72 divided by 4. Okay. I could see that. Let's see. Obviously, we're going to draw this out again. Okay, 72. Let's try to do a little bit better with our handwriting. I mean, it is with my mouse, okay? So give me a little bit of leeway there. Okay, so there, that's 32, right? Obviously, 9's not going to do it. Would 8 do it? 8 would do it. 8 would totally do it. No remainder. Okay, there you go. 18. That's my final answer. I don't know why I suddenly went like stereotypical Southern there. But it worked. 61 divided by 3. Well, I mean, that's like 20 remainder 1, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's 20 remainder 1. Just, you know, you just multiply 3 times 20, that's 60. That's all it goes into. That's it. Okay, 54 divided by 7. Shit. Probably. 7 remainder something. 7, so 7 times 7 is 49. So 7 remainder 5. Now, the question is, how often does division come up in your life? Well, so that depends, right? Most of the time, if you sit down at like a restaurant and do like a check, this one's easy, right? I don't know why I'm delaying this one. You do a check, most people are not going to be happy with saying, let's just divide it evenly. Fuck, like, all this figuring out, you had the pastrami and rye, and I had the filet mignon, so obviously I pay more than you, and, you know, Bob also had the dessert, so he has to pay a little bit more. So everyone has to add up all their individual items. That's such a pain in the ass. I hate dividing up the check. Hate it with a fiery passion. I would rather pay the entire bill myself. I don't care how much it is. I don't. I would rather pay the bill myself than sit there with a calculator and do, well, Bob had this, and Jill had that, and Roger had this, and Mary had that. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I want to go home. I'm full. I might be even a little overfull because I usually overeat at restaurants, and that's my personal problem. And I realize that. But also, I don't socialize well. And once I'm done with my meal, I also don't get what the deal is with everyone gathering around the same table and having like break bread with each other and watch each other masticate. It's disgusting. Okay, turns me right off my food. I need to like focus like just on my food, and then I can actually eat it. But if I pay attention to anyone else doing that, I have to stop. I just have to stop because it's disgusting. Okay, but anyway, I would rather pay the entire bill myself than divvy it up. If we're not going to do like a straight division, you know what? There's 6 people at the table. We're dividing this bill 6 ways. It's going to happen. Live with it. In that case, you need this kind of division, right? The bill's $83. There's 8 people. How much per person? And that's something you need to like agree to before the bill arrives. Okay? You can't do that when the bill arrives. Okay, I mean, it's just not going to happen that way. People are not going to agree to it. It's going to be bad. Okay, so that's 1. So that's actually 0, right? 0 remainder 3, so that's 10 remainder 3. Okay. That makes sense. Probably could have even figured that out just, multiplying by 10 and going, oh, hey, that won't work any higher number than that, so remainder's 3. I mean, that's just simple, right? Yeah, okay, so I missed one. But yeah, I mean, I would rather pay them on myself, but yeah, I mean, these things happen. Anyway, that's going to do it for math. I'm not going to do another freaking math because I'm bad at it, but it nevertheless got me into a rant, and that's probably entertainment for you guys. So, this is basic math. We should all do a little bit of basic math. I'm not saying every day. Let's not go overboard. But we should do basic math every once in a while. Just, put away the calculator for a minute. Work out the problem on your own. Now, granted, when I'm sitting at the table and the bill is there and we're going to divide it up or subtract or whatever the hell we're going to do, I break out my calculator. If I have a tip that I need to calculate and it's a little bit more complicated than 20%, break out my calculator. But, every once in a while, it's good to exercise your brain. Do some basic math. Anyway, this is Atari Vault. I'm PC Universe, you're PC Universe 2, and I'll see you guys next time.